Hi everybody, Dr. Pingle here. I'm going to talk a little bit about uncalibrating some cameras in a Pix4d project when they've created what we call ghost services. So this is a fairly large project that we're working on. Many of the cameras have calibrated fine, but a few of them have not. And so you get these little like fragments up here that you need to work with. So what we want to do, they've sort of found key points correctly with each other, but it hasn't been attached to the rest of the project properly. So here's the way that we uncalibrate those. So I've clicked on a random point in that cluster, and you can see that we've got actually 3 images here. If you mouse over the images pane here, you can see where those 3 are. And what I want to do is I want to uncalibrate all of those. And what we found is that if you do these one at a time, this cluster can disappear before you actually uncalibrate them. And so the first step is sort of see how many there are. So in this case, there were 3. And then I'm just going to uncheck those. Now the advantage here is that that's going to leave this point cloud. And one of the reasons that we do that is what we found is that if you click on other points in that same cluster, you may find that there are other points with the same issue. So we repeat this process. This one has already been uncalibrated, so we're unchecked, and so we're left with just these 2. So we can start with this one, and usually you're going to find that these kind of cluster together. It really depends on how your data collection worked. So you wouldn't necessarily want to just sort of uncheck these at random. Zoomed out too far. There we go. So we're just going to repeat that process with a few points in here just to make sure that we've got them all. What we're looking for is that we're just getting green points. The green is an indicator of points that it thinks it should be visible from, which is fine. And then the orange indicates that it has found key points. So it looks like we've gotten them all. And if we go back up to the top, then a helpful thing to do is to kind of just remember what number they are in the series, so that you can find them again pretty quickly. But you can also just visually spot which ones have been unchecked. And then so this is in the 7200s or so. So I'm just going to uncalibrate that first one. Again, this is a fairly big project, 8,000 some images, so it doesn't operate quite as snappily as a smaller project of a few hundred images, but we can go back and find these again. This project was actually merged together from 4 different projects, and the merge hasn't happened in a way that we'd like. Data collection of this project was actually not intended for photogrammetry, so we're really trying to wring out a little extra value from a data set that really wasn't designed for this, so it's a little bit of extra work. Anyway, this is the process. You would just go through and uncalibrate now all of the images that you have unchecked, and we found that this is a good way to make sure that you're sort of getting them all. All right, thanks very much.